That one character from a video game that we all love, and then there's the ones that we hate. Today's video is going to be focused on the love for one particular franchise. Hey guys, it's AJ, and welcome to my top 10 favorite Call of Duty characters. Now, this is not including people that you play as, so sorry for us. I mean, it will include some, but it's not going to be based off of that, mainly. There will be a few characters that you play as involved in this list, but mainly this list will be involving characters that are either on the side or you don't control for most of the missions. And just overall, they gotta have a speaking role, so sorry Roach, sorry Ghost, you don't have one. And I'm sorry, Logan. You don't have one, so I'm sorry. So let's get into it. Number 10 is from Call of Duty Ghosts, and it is obviously, I don't understand why that guy was even created. It's Rourke. Rourke, he's a very questionable person who is brainwashed by the Federation after he and his team assassinated Almagro in Caracas 12 years before the main event of Call of Duty Ghosts. So 2 years before Odin was turned against the United States. So, in my opinion, this game is just very confusing. He's a former Ghost, all that, but I honestly don't know why he's a villain. But he's number 10 on the list because he's pretty much likable. So let's move on. Number 9 is, it's obviously an obvious reason. This guy is obviously on the list for some reasons, but I didn't put him high because he's a questionable character. It's Gideon. Gideon from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, Gideon is one of the characters that fights alongside Mitchell for Atlas and then Sentinel, along with Alona. And honestly, Gideon is confusing. Like, not much is known about his history except he joins Atlas. Then he does a little snooping around to see if what Alona discovered from Hades was actually really true. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go watch playthroughs of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That game is pretty fucked up. But anyway, I put Gideon 9th because, like I said, his character is confusing, but he's still very funny and loved by the franchise, so he's number 9 on the list. Number 8 is another villain. And it's now, just so I know, there's nothing that's going to be included from the new Call of Duty game. Most of these are going to be from Modern Warfare to Infinite Warfare. So this next one's from Infinite Warfare, and it's Admiral Koch. Admiral Satan Koch of the Settlement Defense Front. He's one of my favorite characters. Now, for granted, he is a villain. He's not my favorite villain. I may do a video on favorite villains, or I'll maybe just explain it in this video, but this guy, I ranked him 8th. He's above Gideon because a bit more of his history, I just don't know why he was created. But it's still a good character, very funny, and probably designed to give the fan base a lot of laughs. Anyways, let's move on. Number 7 is Hendrix from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And Hendrix is a laughable character. He is, if you could take Alex Mason and Frank Woods, combine them together, that you would get Hendrix. That's just my opinion. He's a very funny character, but then he goes back cuckoo because of all the implants and shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch Black Ops 3. Recommend that you watch it on the Rad Brad channel, which is actually a very funny. Like, every November, he plays the campaign for Call of Duty. Every new Call of Duty. He's played it from Call of Duty 2, and his channel actually started on Modern Warfare 2 videos. which is interesting. So, anyways, let's move on. Number 6 is from Black Ops 1. Well, no wait, Black Ops 1 and 2. And it is Frank Woods. Now, Woods is one of the allies of Alex Mason and the quote-unquote uncle of David Mason. And Woods has known for going a bit crazy. Yeah, his mind's a bit effed up. I'm not making jokes. But still, it makes him one of the likable characters in the franchise. And honestly, that's what I like about it. So, he's also from Black Ops 1, which was the first Call of Duty game I ever played. So, yeah. One reason why he's a good character. One reason why I actually like him. Now, let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is also from Black Ops 1, but does not appear in Black Ops 2. It is Viktor Reznov. Now, Reznov is the person that helps Mason, Alex Mason, not David Mason, escape Vorkuta in the second mission of the game. And the mission is literally called Vorkuta. And, Reznov apparently made an appearance in World at War, which I did not know about because I've never played the campaign for World at War. I think I may have played Zombies. I honestly can't remember. But anyway, about World at War was a very interesting... But he is a former Soviet soldier who destroyed the Nova 6, tried to destroy the Nova 6 project, only to be arrested by the people of his home country, which sucks. I feel bad for the guy. But he's a likable character, very funny, and honestly very cool. So that's why he's on this list at number 5. Number 4 is from one of the favorite games, in one of the beloved games in the Call of Duty franchise, the Modern Warfare trilogy. And this guy needs no introduction. He's known for surviving shot after shot, even throwing a knife at a person. That's right, Soap McTavish takes number 4. Now, the reason why I ranked Soap under Captain Price is because Soap is, even though he plays him more, he's not as much of a likable character as Captain Price. Captain Price is classic, lovable. Everyone can understand him. And he's very funny and also very good. And it's honestly tough. Like, of course, Soap does best. He is a bit known to get injured. As you see in Modern Warfare 1, also known as Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 2, where he gets stabbed by Shepard, and Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, where he is stabbed by Shepard, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, where he unfortunately meets his demise to fucking Makarov. So, also, this guy is quite one of the more likable, playable characters. I mean, I understand that Logan is a bit quiet, but honestly, Logan Walker was cool, but I have to say that, sorry Logan, Soap was better. Number 3 comes from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and no, it is not Jack Mitchell. I may do like a 20 through 11 of my favorites, and then I'll do my least favorites. Actually, I'll do that. That'll be coming out soon, probably in a couple days, because I have to analyze everything, make sure I have my lists. But this guy is Jonathan Irons. Now, Jonathan Irons is the founder of the Atlas Corporation, and mainly the main antagonist of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And he ultimately gets killed by Mitchell in the mission Terminus, which is the final mission of the game. And kind of, it reminded some people of The Lion King for some reason. I don't know why, but it reminded them of the Lion King. Anyway, he was an interesting character, honestly. So, I put him third because the other two characters are more well known in the franchise and they're more popular. So, let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is Makarov. Vladimir Makarov, and he is one of the characters that, honestly, he is well known in the franchise, and he could probably be one of the best known villains, apart from Dragovich and Castro. I honestly don't know, but he was the guy who was responsible for the nuke in Modern Warfare 1. He was responsible for the No Russian mission in Modern Warfare 2. He sparked World War III in the Modern Warfare canon. And he eventually met his demise to Captain Price and Yuri. So, let's move on to number 1. Number 1 is obvious. Captain Price. I mean, it's Captain John motherfucking Price. I mean, the son of a bitch is so fucking tough. Now, I'm not talking about the Captain Price from one of the earlier installments of Call of Duty. I'm talking about the Modern Warfare Captain Price. Task Force 141. So, he is well known mainly for his choice of weapon, also being the leader of Task Force 141, disavowed. Makes you think of Modern Warfare 3. And also, multiple times he has become a great leader. And sometimes fans have questioned his motives, like torturing Warabi, pointing a gun at Yuri's head to make him tell the truth. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, how tough are you, Captain Price? Jesus, John. And then he's mostly known for finally putting an end to Vladimir Makarov. And also saving the Vorshevskis, which was the Russian president and his daughter in the game. And ultimately helping put an end to World War III. And then killing Makarov in the best way possible. And he lights a cigar as he celebrates in solemn victory. Well, guys, that will do it for my top 10 favorite Call of Duty characters. Now, I will be doing a 20 through 11 for this list, so that part will be coming up soon. But before I go, I honestly want to say Call of Duty is actually an inspirational series in my life. It was the first FPS I ever touched, the first FPS I ever got, and it reminds me so much of how much gaming has evolved my life. So, when I think of Call of Duty, I think of something that takes me back home. So, every November, I get hyped around the new Call of Duty game. I always wonder, what's it going to feature? How good is it going to be? And one of the problems with the newer ones is that it's not for 360 anymore. Black Ops 3, they couldn't fit the game for the PS3 and the 360. And when I heard that, I was a bit pissed off. And Infinite Warfare is only for Xbox One, PS4, and I think PC. I'm sure it's on PC. And I'm pretty sure World War II will be the same. However, we should still focus on the hype around that game. But I'm going to leave that for another video. Thank you guys for watching my top 10 favorite Call of Duty characters. If you're wondering where the leads are, there will be a few female characters in the 20 through 11 video. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye!